Hello, hi, it's Liz here, and today I have a project to share. It's little pockets and a little tuck spot made with circles and decorated, and there's a pocket at the back there and a little tuck spot here. And I just thought that was a really cool idea to use your circles, and yeah, so I've made two already. They're really easy to put together, and you can tuck anything that you want in, and I've just covered with some faux book page type things and some tissue paper and a couple of stickers, and we'll do two together. And yeah, so stick around if you want to see how I put them together. So to cut the circles, I used my dies, but obviously you can draw around any circle that you want, a cup, a saucer, anything at all. The bigger die is 10.5 centimetres and the smaller one that I used is 8.5. So, but obviously it can be any size, just depends on the piece of card or paper that you use for the back. I'm still trying to use up this paper. It's kind of cardstocky paper. It's 49 in Market Vintage Artistry, and I'm still working my way through the pad. And that's what you'll need, or something like that, for the background. This is actually the covering wrapper, and then the two circles. But obviously we don't use the whole circle, you just want them to become these kind of half and quarter circles. So, and then you obviously you can put that bit there, or have the smaller one on that side, whatever way you fancy. So we just hold it just where you want it to be, roughly, and then take a pencil, and where that goes through the circle we just want to make a little notch, and again where it goes through the circle we make a little notch, and we'll just cut that right now. Let me just move that out of the way. Okay, so it was there and there, so we want to cut straight down from that notch to make the edge. Oops, that didn't work. We'll be able to do that again. It was just a little end bit, and that's what happens when you're doing it too fast. Let me just straighten that up a little bit. There we are. Okay, so that's the corner there, and then you need to go from the other notch down. That one was better. So that fits in the corner, and that gives you your bigger pocket. We'll just rub out these wee notches, and then we want to have our second pocket just overlapping wherever you fancy. Yep, so again, just where it intersects, we want a bit there, notch there, and a notch there. We'll take off this bottom bit. And the bit for the side. There we are. Good, so that's you got your two little pieces. your bigger pocket and then your little tuck spot. I'm wondering if I should make that one a little bit smaller. Did I make that smaller? Because I think I'm just going to take a little bit more off the bottom. That's better. I like to see that it is two circles, two distinct circles. Okay, so now we're going to cover them, and to cover them I have a little bundle of, these are just faux replica, looks like receipts or something. So I'll just pick out whatever one I fancy. Maybe have that one with the green there. And maybe this one, why not? We'll maybe do tissue paper on the other one. Or do we want tissue paper on this one? Yeah, we'll maybe go for the tissue on that. But in the meantime, we'll use this to cover this. Right, let's get gluing. So you want that to cover that. Yep. So I'm just going to use my glue stick. And I want to just, and it saves me cutting one edge if I get it right to the edge there. Right, and then we can just trim around that. And I'm just going to take that little bit off there. There we are. Save that for the scrap box. So we've got that, like that, and we'll cover this one with the tissue paper. So again, I'm going to smother it in glue, and we want perhaps this piece of tissue here. And I'll just roughly cut, and then I'll just okay, and again we're just going to cut round. And the pink shows through quite nicely. Right. So the next step in our decoration is a couple of stickers. And I've got tissue paper stuck to my fingers. So these are washi stickers, which I thought were quite nice for this colour. And we'll just put a couple there, like that. So we'll get this stuck down. just peel them off slowly. They can easily tear. Many a time I've had to stick them back together. So that one there. And if you do it the washi side up and just gently rub the edge, it does the trick. Right, so we've got that and we've got that. And we also want to ink the edges before we stitch round. So I have my tea dye, because I thought that was maybe just a better colour, just for these, a little bit more delicate than the vintage photo and the other one that people use. Can't remember the name. I don't want much of this, just a little bit. There we are. And I'm just going to hold that together just now so that I can then take it to the machine. But what we'll do before we go to the machine is prep the other one. Right, now this is the card that's going to go in to this one. So I want to round the corners of the top just to make it a bit fancy, and we will ink this as well. And so this is going to be stitched from the top of the edge, straight edge, to right round to that corner, and then this one's going to be stitched separately from the top of the straight edge right down to that corner, and then the whole thing, sitting them in the top, will be stitched all the way round, so that that's how the pocket is going to be attached, how the circles are going to be attached to make a pocket. So you can see how it's right round here, and then all the way round. So we'll set that aside just now, and we will do a second one. And I'm going to stitch round the card that's going to go in the pocket as well. So that's all ready to go to the machine, and we'll do this second one. So again, we're just going to decide where we want the circles to be, and I think about there, a little notch there and a little notch there, and fingers crossed that we can do it better this time. A little bit slower. There we are. And then down the other way from the other notch. There. So that's there like that. And this one, of course, if you used pattern paper or anything that you liked, you could not cover them. You could make it even superer easy, superer, and just cut your circles and not bother with the decoration. That's always the way that you could go. There we are. And of course I forgot to add a little bit of washi tape to the other ones, but we can do that. There we are. So we want to cover these, and maybe that, and what else is there? Maybe that. I won't use the tissue this time. I think we'll just use that and that. Yep. Right. Another lot of glue on. And it's going to sit that way, so I'm going to, I want that top bit, so I'm not going to go to the edge this time. Just down that edge, not the bottom edge, because I want this fancier bit on. Why not? And we are just going to trim there, and these for the scrap box. Oh, I like that one. Right, and same here, and I think we'll try and grab that bit there. So it's going to sit like that, so I want that. Straight over, bit that can go back in the box. Waste not, want not. Sometimes it's hard for me to decide when it's pieces this size, and I think, oh, but because that's got something good on it, I'll keep that bit. But sometimes if they're tiny little bits, and oh, it's hard to decide whether to keep it or just put it straight in the bin. Yes, liking that one. Okay, so what will we do next? I think we'll ink the edges next. Oh no, we'll put our stickers on. So we've got two here. We've got this, ah, oh, brilliant, and this one. Yeah, that'd be cool. This is quite a bold statement, this one. Excellent. And then this little, what looks like a marigold, I think. We'll need to go at a jaunty angle. There we are. And of course, now we're going to ink the edges. I wonder who thought up inking edges. I wonder if they're sorry now that they didn't put some sort of patent on it, because I think everybody inks edges. maybe it's something that you can't own. You can't really own putting on thick ink on something, can you? There we are. Right, and this one is getting this butterfly, and its little bit. Yep, so we're going to round and ink. I managed to get a straight edge in that one. Doesn't matter. I do my inking quite fast because I don't want it to, I want it to look a wee bit random, but sometimes I get that straight edge business, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so we were going to do a wee bit washi. Let's do, I don't know if that one needs any washi because the flowers are quite big in that one. Does this one need? Do you know, I don't think they do. I think they're quite busy enough. I think I'm going to take everything to the machine now and come back when it's all stitched. Okay, I stitched round the two bits of circle and then joined them all together with a stitch round the edge. If you don't have a machine, obviously you can just glue all those pieces, and if you fancied you could use a fine liner and just draw some faux stitching, or just leave it as it is. So yeah, I'm really happy with how they've turned out, and I've got my two little bits and bobs of ephemera for those little bits at the front there. And I'm not the greatest stitcher in the world, and this went totally wonky here, but a little bit of washi for a tag covers that up, and here it just went totally off the edge, so I just did the same there, and I think that's actually adds a little bit of something to it. Why not? Okay, so I now have 4 nice pockets, I think, for my journal in future, and I will certainly use them. Yeah, so, and of course you could do one going sideways as well. Yeah, you could easily put the stickers the other way up. Yeah, that would be nice, that way round, or that way round. Any way round that you want. Okay, so I'm going to go now, and if you've enjoyed the video, a thumbs up would be great, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.